With tons of people returning to Black Ops 3, I figured what better time to do an updated Der Eisendrache Easter Egg guide. My goal is to basically simplify this Easter egg to a point to where anybody could do it easily. On round 1, all you want to do is wait for all of the zombies to come out of the barriers before shooting them 8 times in the leg and knifing them. At the start of round 2, you want to activate the tram and hope to get a double points. If you don't get any sort of double points on round 1 or 2, I recommend just restarting your game. And at the start of round 3, you want to go out and buy the KRM and make your way towards the first dragon. Once you open the courtyard, look to your right and there will be a shield part. If it's not there, walk up the stairs a little and it'll be sitting on those boxes. And lastly, it'll be right at the base of these stairs. Now you want to fill up the dragons with souls. Remember that from start to finish it takes 8 souls total, and once you finish the dragon in the courtyard, you want to make sure you have at least 2,750 points to make your way to the power room. Once you turn on the power, you want to walk outside, teleport the PAP pieces, activate this launch pad. Now you can start grabbing the second shield part. The first one is in the clock tower, second one's on these barrels, and the third one's right outside the church. If you get bored while doing the dragon inside the church, you can cook a grenade 4 times and throw it up while the rocket meets the planet to start a disco party. And after 8 souls, head down to the Undercroft and activate 3 of the 4 blue panels on the floor. You want to save the 4th one for a later purpose. Once you finish feeding the final dragon, you can walk up the stairs and grab your Wrath of the Ancients, and from here we're going to go straight up to the Death Ray to grab the Storm Arrow. Now you can choose whichever bow you want, but the easiest one is the Storm Bow, and so I'm just going to use this as the example throughout the tutorial. Once you grab the arrow, run over to this broken piece of wall and shoot this pile of timber to make it glow on fire. From here you can walk outside by the KRM to shoot the one over by the rocket test. From here you want to go to the teleporter and go down to the rocket test site. Here you want to shoot the final pile of logs up by the side of the castle, then go to the Undercroft, activate the final blue panel on the floor, and jump on all of the air symbols on the walls without touching the floor to finish the second part of the Stormbow upgrade quest. Then you can grab the shield part. First location being above the Pack-a-Punch machine, the second one is above the door to the teleporter room, and the final location is directly above the shield buildable in the Undercroft. Now I recommend building the shield before going back down to the rocket test site and waiting for a rocket test to start. When it does finally begin, walk over to this lever and activate it when the light turns green, and quickly run inside the hermetic door and wait until the rocket test finishes. Make sure you don't die in the process, and when it's over, activate this console to grab the first Ragnarok part. During the rocket test, you probably got the 5 souls needed to fill up the urn, so grab the spark on your arrow and walk it all the way over to the log pile you shot previously and hit it now with your charged arrow. Doing so will cause an electrical vortex to spawn on the log pile, and now you want to rinse and repeat this same step 2 more times at the other 2 log piles that you shot previously. Again, it's 5 souls per urn, and it will look like that once you hit it successfully. The final location is above the double tap machine, so once again fill up the urn with 5 souls and walk your arrow all the way over to the edge and line it up right where the fire ends and the smoke starts to hit your shot 100% of the time. Now you can make your way back up to the Death Ray and grab your Reforged Arrow, take the arrow all the way down to the Undercroft and place it into the upgrade station. From here, I think you need to get around 24 souls, if I'm not mistaken, before you can interact and grab your upgraded bow. With all the points you made from getting your upgraded bow, I recommend buying JUGGERNOG as it's going to be very helpful for the next step. Make your way back up to the Death Ray and activate it 1 time and make sure you don't end the round. So keep your zombies spawned nearby the Death Ray but not in the Death Ray, and once you see the Ragnarok part, take the Wonder Sphere to grab your second Ragnarok part. Now you want to put your bow back into its pedestal and walk up the stairs and grab the Wrath of the Ancients again. Now you want to go down to the teleporter and shoot all of these little prongs with your Wrath of the Ancients until you hear this sound. Now you want to grab your upgraded bow and start looking for the wisps that spawn. The first location is on this tire, the second location is above double tap on this box, the third location is in Samantha's room, you can see it through the wall, the 4th location is on this phone in the stamina up room, the 5th location is on this clock in the barracks, the 6th location is on the clock in the church, the 7th is this little radio in the church, and the 8th is this phone in the spawn room by Quick Revive. Once you hit 4 wisps, the teleporter will start to glow purple, allowing you to go back in time. You want to grab that blue canister and those fuses and wait for Dr. Groff's code to pop up. In my game, the code was Circle Door Rocket, so I would keep that in mind and replace Circle Door Rocket with CDR to keep the code fresh in my mind. Upon returning back to the present, a Panzer will spawn in, but you want to ignore him for now. Make your way to the death ray and insert your fuses into this side of the death ray, walk over to the other side and change it from destroy to protect. At any time if the round ends while you're inputting the code you got from Dr. Groff, you're gonna have to do the wisp step all over again and go back in time to get a new code to input. But if you did it successfully, go back to the locker he put everything away in and you will see some items to pick up. Make your way up to the death ray and using the fuses you got from the vault, insert them into the sides of the death ray itself and then make your way over to the monitor you just put your code in at. Interact with it and a new code will appear. Keep this code in mind, and then you just have to follow it on the monitors itself 7 times, and once the 7th symbol is input, you'll hear a success sound notifying you that you did the step correctly. Now you can finally take care of that pesky Panzer that's been chasing you the entire time and grab the Ragnarok part. Quickly craft the Ragnaroks, and now you can finally end the round. At the start of the next round, you want to run around and do the wisp step one more time, and make sure that the teleporter is glowing purple before making your way down to the rocket test site. Insert your keycard again for the second part of Simon Says. Once again, remember your code and input the symbol 7 times, and on the 7th input, the quest will be complete and you can leave the rocket test site. Make your way back to the death ray and ensure that it's set to destroy before pressing this green button on the back of it, making Dempsey comically fall out of the sky and crash into the middle of the courtyard. Run up and grab the golden rod that falls on the side of it before putting it into the mold next to this fallen statue by the Wrath of the Ancients. Now a keeper will spawn in, but from here, you want to go back in time and insert your keycard into this little device right here. Then you can run over to the front of the room and pick up this Templar tablet. Now the keeper will be posted up somewhere around the map, and you want to run over to him and stand in a circle. From here, you just want to get a full round of kills with your bow before he moves on to the next location. You're going to have to do this 4 times, and if you're on solo, you will only need 1 bow, but if you're on co-op, you're going to need as many different bows as players in your game. So if you have 2 players in your game, you're going to need 2 different bows. If you have 3, you're going to need 3, etc, etc. But once you fill up all 4 of the keeper's areas with souls, you can make your way down to the Undercroft, where a little dialogue cutscene will start and the zombies won't be able to attack you until it's over. When it ends, the MPD will spawn and you'll have to insert your blue canister from earlier. Now you're ready for the boss fight, but you're not actually ready for the boss fight because we have a little bit more setting up to do. You want to pack-a-punch your KRM to the Dagon's Glare, and then you want to get 4 perks before starting the boss fight, and the 4 perks I recommend are Jug, Stamina Up, Double Tap, and Widow's Wine. If you need Quick Revive, I would say replace Stamina Up with Quick Revive, but once you're ready, grab a new shield and place your Ragnaroks and head into the boss fight. Once the keeper spawns, you just want to run around and bide your time. Make sure you stay alive until he makes it to the middle of the arena. Once you see the little electric ball, place your Ragnaroks and hide behind one of the pillars, because if you miss your Ragnaroks, he will hit you with an insta-kill attack. But if his chest opens up like that, spray it with arrows until he makes a pain sound and you'll be done with the first phase of the boss fight. Pick up your Ragnaroks again and get as many souls as you possibly can while killing the Panzers and keeping yourself alive to recharge your Ragnaroks again. This will be very hectic and you will have a max ammo in the middle if you need it, but if you just hoard around the outside of the arena, you should be fine. Once again, when the keeper teleports to the middle of the arena, run in and place your Ragnaroks and quickly get behind a pillar. Make sure you're set up in front of the keeper's chest so you can hit it easily when it opens up, and you can also shoot an upgraded shot at your feet to keep yourself safe in the meantime. Once his second phase is done, he will do a repeat of the second phase with Panzer spawning, and then you simply just have to place your Ragnaroks one more time, and once again, stand behind a pillar, wait for his chest to open up, and you can finally unleash your final volley of rockets. of arrows. And eventually the keeper will succumb to your arrows and you will have successfully completed the Der Eisendrache boss fight. Once the keeper's done doing his dramatic little death dance, you'll be teleported back to the map where you can interact with the summoning key at the front of the MPD and pick it up. Then you want to run all the way up to this monitor where you did the other steps previously and place the summoning key, and from there the rockets will launch, blowing up the moon, completing the Der Eisendrache Easter egg. If you're seeing my face right now, that means you made it to the end of the video, and in that case, thank you so much for sticking around to the very end. My channel might be small, but hearing the support that some of you reach out to me to say genuinely makes my day, makes my world, so I just wanted to say thank you for continuing to support my channel through all of the random shit that I produce. So comment down below how your day's been. I like to tell you about how you guys make me feel, so let me know how your day is, and I'd love to chat with a few of you. But with that all being said, I hope you genuinely enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much once again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Good night.